News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT proudly presents America's coolest conservative. Well, proudly could be stretching it a bit. Welcome to the DJ Ritchie Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Here we are, and we are ready to rip. Well, I'm ready to rip. You're going to be recipients of said ripping. That's what's going to happen. All 11 listeners tonight are going to be stimulated and entertained. I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it. Our phone number is 704-570-1110. Call it, text it. If you text it, know that Liberty Buick GMC paid for it. That's what they want you to know. And we appreciate it. Okay. I am absolutely salivating to get into the protests of ICE coming to our big dangerous city of Charlotte, North Carolina. But I know I was just listening to my friend Brett Jensen cover that, so I'm gonna wait just a few minutes, give a little separation there, and then I'll tell you my take on it. But I'm not kidding. I have a towel on my desk in front of me, wiping my mouth because I'm salivating to get to that. But first, let's talk about Mr. and Mrs. Barack Obama. That's right, it is. It's 2025, and we're still talking about President Barack Obama and Mrs. President Barack Obama. First of all, as everybody knows, President Barack Obama was I don't know that he would be our first communist president. Lyndon Johnson was pretty close to being a communist, if not a full-fledged communist. Who else? There was another one. Who was the one that brought the KKK into the White House? What Democrat was that? Oh well. All of the communist-leaning presidents have been Democrats. Shock of all shocks. But this is the way a communist bigwig thug works. You know, they like to lay down the laws and all of that you should be following and I should be following. But when it comes to the stuff they do, look the other way. The powerful in the communist world get all of the benefits. So Jesse Waters on Fox News did a great job of explaining what all's going on and what Barack Obama has done and all of the hypocrisy going into building his presidential library in Chicago. So this was from Jesse Waters' show last night. Listen.
Chicago's got a new public enemy number one, and it's not Kristi Noem. It's Obama. He's tearing down historical landmarks like it's the summer of love so he can erect his big, not-so-beautiful library. Barry bulldozed a 100-year-old garden that honored women so he could honor himself. People went there for picnics and cookouts. Barry said, nah, send in the bulldozers. Obama also deployed chainsaws to cut down 1,000 trees. Not so green. Protesters tried to get Hussein to stop, but he said the tower just got 10 feet taller. It's now 23 stories high. Art historians say it's a tombstone. A Chicago architect said this: it looks like it was designed far away in New York and approved from a poolside in Martha's Vineyard. Liberals thought Obama was one of them. Now he's gentrifying the South Side. Obama, of all people, should not be building a palace for himself, a fortress in the middle of a public park. It's just contrary to what I thought he believed in. Why is Chicago letting Barack have his way with their park? Well, he threatened to take his donors' money to Hawaii instead. So they gave him the lakefront for $10. All while Obama's buddy Rahm Emanuel was running the city. It was supposed to cost just $300 million. Now it's tripled to nearly $1 billion. Valerie Jarrett's the CEO of the Obama Center. She gets $7,500 a year. Not bad. At least kids from the South Side will be able to learn about the first black president, right? No, not really. Obama's stashing his records, his documents, and all the archives somewhere else. But there will be an exhibit dedicated to Michelle's dresses. Just what Chicago needed.
Yeah, they're not even shying away from it anymore. And Mrs. Barack Obama she's always been, it's one of those where she pretends to hate white people all the time, but she follows the, what the liberal Democrat Party bosses, the white Democrat Party bosses say, toes of the line. So you never know. But she's out just talking crap about white people now, just like we are dirt. Like, how dare you, white people? Listen.
Worry about it. Let me explain something to white people.
Oh.
Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness.
Why can she talk about anything but her hair? I know she's having a hard time making herself out to be a victim, because that's what her goal in life is. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. She was treated like royalty in the United States of America, and white people fell all over themselves to worship at her feet. She's full of crap, is Mrs. Barack Obama. She is full of crap. And why can she not pronounce words with an STR? It is straighten. It's not straighten. It doesn't grow straight out of your head. It grows straight out of it, not straight. If you're going to be trying to act like you're telling Whitey, the YTs out there, how it is, learn how to speak. Crazy woman. Go ahead.
That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time.
Okay,
braids are...
That's enough. See, she's continuing to say that white people are to blame for black women, especially her, because she's the most downtrodden and the most put upon. White people are to blame for her and other black women having to worry about their hair and how it looks. Because the white people's beauty standard, the white people's beauty standard is what has caused black women to want to always straighten their hair. Now, you tell me this woman's not completely full of crap, and she's on stage with Tracy Ross, I think is who that is, who is on that. She's Diana Ross's daughter. She's an actress. On the show Blackish. And it's just stupid. White women didn't tell black women to start wearing their hair straight. Sorry, I keep mispronouncing it. Wearing their hair straight. That's how hard Michelle Obama is having to dig to find something to have a grievance about, that she's having to go and make up these stories about how hard it is on her because of white women making her wear her hair straight. And you're going to tell me this is a smart woman? This woman is ridiculous. She's a mean, hateful, unhappy, ungrateful woman with straight hair. She's still wearing it straight. You're not in the public eye anymore. You don't have to be. Wear your hair curly. Let it all go. Get you a big natural going. And go live your life and be happy. But see, she's out trying to sell books. So she's got to play the victim, and who's she going to throw out there that everybody can laugh at and point at, ha, 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 and get mad at. And, oh, I'm mad at white people now for making Michelle have to wear her hair straight. I'm going to go buy her book. I bet all you white people that fell at her feet are feeling stupid right about now. Stupid, aren't you? You should. She doesn't like you. No matter how liberal and all you are. I can't believe y'all did that to that poor woman. All you white people with your standards of beauty being straight hair. Wow. I feel sorry for her. Okay. Little long here. That's all right. I only have an hour tonight. I got to fit it all in the short time. So we'll get more going next. Hang on.
More of the TJ Ritchie Show is coming up. He's radio royalty in the Carolinas and Queen Charlotte's sweetest prince. It's TJ Ritchie on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
Unapologetic, in-your-face conservatism. The real deal. Always spitting the truth, as the kids say. So glad to have you here listening, all 11 of you. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. All right. So, let me see. Okay. Here we are. As long as Michelle Obama, we had in the last segment, is talking crap about white women. She said white people for their, the beauty standards. They're too hard to have to deal with. Always oppressing black women by making them wear their hair a certain way and not. We might as well just go ahead and point out some other bad things that white women are doing. Not all white women, though, just the crazy liberal white women. That's one of my my things that I really want people to understand, just how dangerous to our freedom and our way of life white liberal women are. It's terrible. Okay, so we will start with an example of, now this woman hasn't done anything to hurt anybody or anything like that. It's just to point out how white liberal women have squirrels in their heads. This is a woman who lives in Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville, South Carolina is one of the, it's one of those cities that everybody looks upon and says, this is a great town. This is cool. This is a beautiful city. This city has great stuff. This is a nice place. People here are nice. Everybody look. I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about Greenville, South Carolina in a long time. That's where she lives, but she's looking to move. Listen.
So we are thinking about moving our whole entire family from Greenville, South Carolina to the West Coast, somewhere like Seattle or Portland or somewhere like that. That's a little bit more like progressive. I have lived in this area my whole entire life, which is 44 years, and I am done with it. I need to do something else. I have moved, Jason and I together have moved a lot of times. In the 10 or 12, whatever years we've been together, we've moved probably 4 times. But it's all been right inside the area. It just got real today because I texted my realtor, which usually the second I text my realtor, the deal's done, we gone. So if you live in Seattle or Portland or over there somewhere in that area that is blue, hit me up and let me know what it's like over there.
Hey, I don't live over there, but I can let you know what it's like. It's hell. It's trash. It's disgusting. It's dangerous. It probably stinks to high heaven with a bunch of dirty liberals who don't bathe. Are you kidding me? You know what? I bet she and Jason can move to Seattle or Portland, and I would think it would probably be about maybe a month before they were longing to get back to Greenville, South Carolina. Go, lady, go. Take Jason, y'all go. And you know what? Document it. Keep posting it on your social media, how great it's going for you. Happy trails. All right. Now, I have another clip that is a big time crazy squirrels in her head, white liberal woman, but I went long in the first break, so I got to make up for it here, so I've got to take a break. Now, don't think I was lying to you earlier. I am going to get to the protests going on in Charlotte about the Border Patrol coming, ICE, and all of that stuff coming to do their jobs, which is to apprehend people who have broken our laws, fugitives, basically. So that's a big deal going on in the big dangerous city of Charlotte, and I will get to that, but it may take me a few minutes. So let me go ahead and get caught up now a little bit on time. So we'll get to the other crazy white liberal woman with squirrels in her head coming up next.
The TJ Ritchie Show. He's America's coolest conservative. Welcome to the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WPT.
Yeah, the Green-Eyed Patriot is on the air everywhere. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. Almost finished for the night. I'm through at 8 o'clock because some basketball or something's coming on. I always say that because I don't know for sure. I don't keep up with basketball much. I'm not a basketball person. I'm a football, baseball person. That's what I am. Not much on the basketball. I don't have a basketball Jones. Some of you old timers know what that means. Cheech and Chong. Okay, so let's get back to this. The other white woman to feature, the other white liberal woman who has squirrels in her head, is talking about Fetterman. Senator Fetterman. Now, the other night we played clips of Senator Fetterman talking about how vicious and mean people on the on the left, saying that they wish he would have another stroke or wish he would have died or, all of these other things, how mean and just completely soulless leftists are because he didn't vote the way they wanted him to vote or he spoke out against the Democrat Party. And then he had a fall. He fell the next day, and he has been in the hospital and hurt himself. So this is a woman, looks to be in her 40s, and she went on a little diatribe about Senator Fetterman hurting himself in a fall. Listen.
Well. Karma has been busy today. We're going to have to give this a vacay, honey. But not yet, Karma. We're going to need you to stay and play. Have you heard the news today about how Karma came Fetterman's way? Yes, indeed. And I'm not here to make fun of anybody's health condition, honey. But the fact that the other day, Fetterman literally voted to take health care away from millions of Americans, dear. And now today, because of his heart condition, he had a stumble and a fall and hit the concrete and all and scuffed up his face. Baby, Karma came to play. That's right. Fetterman, the guy who looks like he touches himself on a city bus. You know, he had that stroke back in the day. Yeah. Apparently, because of his heart condition, he took a bit of a stumble and hit the sidewalk and scraped up his very own face and had to be rushed to the hospital.
Now, obviously, this woman thinks that she's funny. That's a big problem with women a lot of times on social media. They think they're funny, and I know funny, and I know what's not funny, and this woman's not funny. She's putting on that fake voice and the fake accent, the whole thing. honey. Now, I know honey, child. Now, you never know what's real these days or not. That could be AI, but I don't think so. Sound like she smokes a couple of cartons a day. Oh, honey. Maybe it's a trance. I don't know. You just never know these days. But here the man is. Now, I don't agree with John Fetterman because I'm not a Democrat. But he appears to be one of what used to be called blue blood Democrats. Old school. You know, like the farmers' Democrats. He's just not a radical nut. You know, he's a supporter of Israel's right to defend itself. And also, he saw and called out what the Democrat Party was doing. I'm sorry, what the Democrat Party was doing, honey. And he done fell and scratched up his own face. I wonder how many times she rehearsed that before she finally got it right. If she's a real person. If she's a she. I don't know. But anyway, he's what an old school Democrat used to be. You know, wrong about most things, but still not a complete and total anti-American nut. And they just can't stand it. Like I said, and I'm always saying, it's because they are uncivilized and stupid on the left. They're uncivilized and stupid. And that is my professional, intellectual, political scientist's opinion. Unhinged, uncivilized, and stupid. Okay. So, Lonnie Ray, I guess we can go ahead and move to cut 42 for this one. The Border Patrol, ICE, they're coming to Charlotte. You know why? Because Charlotte's a big, dangerous city. That's why. Charlotte is not the city it was when I moved here 27 years ago. Wasn't all crazy dangerous and everything then. What is the difference now? What has been the difference? Oh, some people say it was because there were Republicans in charge back when Charlotte was in its heyday. Oh, that must be it. So here's what's happening. You got everybody in all of these little groups, and they're coming out and they're protesting. They've been out today talking about, you know, this is not fair. And I get it. I get it. You know, when people are being detained and deported who are not rapists, murderers, child molesters, drug kingpins, and the like, then people will say those are just our neighbors. They're our neighbors. Well, I understand. They're not the same. However, if you are in the country illegally, you have committed a crime. We have laws. So anybody who is out complaining that, you know, they've done this in secret and that people need to be warned and all of that, if you're out in public and you're warning illegal aliens and telling them how to evade the feds, then you should be treated as an accessory. And you should go to penitentiary as well. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. This is America. This is the United States of America. We have a country. Just like every other nation in the world, we have a right to have a country with laws. We do not have to give our country over to people just because it's better than theirs. If we did that, we would just turn America over to the world because it's better than every other country on the globe. But there's something extra special about this. There's a lady named Corinne Mack, and she, I think, is the president of the NAACP in Charlotte. And she hit the podium today. And she had, something to say. And, of course, she's pretending to be all about the people of color. Pretending to be all against the racism and Hitler in the Oval Office. Oh, what a performance. What a performance. Bravo. Bravo. Brought me to tears, that performance. Now, as the in my opinion, shady pastor in Atlanta, Dr. Reverend Jamal Bryant, as he says, I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it. So from Corinne Mack, I'm not buying it. So we'll play for you her clip of what she said today in the public, her performance, and then I'll tell you what you should really think of it. That's what I do. I tell you what to think of things. All right, so you don't want to miss that. That's going to be in our last segment coming up next. Hang on.
It's TJ Ritchie. Radio, podcasts, and cool social media content. Get all the TJ you can handle at WBT.com/TJ. Now, back to the TJ Ritchie Show on News Talk 1110 and 99.3 WBT.
Live and large on a Friday night in the big dangerous city of Charlotte, North Carolina, the soon-to-be temporary home for a bunch of ICE agents in the streets. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So ICE, Border Patrol coming to Charlotte. Bunch of people protesting already. Bunch of, I don't know, I guess people who have no respect for our laws. Now, this woman from the NAACP, Corinne Mack, she took to the podium today and listen to this nonsense she spoke. Go.
We have a little man sitting in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue who really believes that Hitler was the greatest man ever on earth, whose whole vision is to be just like Hitler, and is trying to create a 1940s Germany right here in the United States. And like then, many people said, well, it's them, it's not me.
Oh, sorry. Same crap. She's out there championing the people of color. Don't you know that? That's what she's doing. Or is she? I know a lot of people, their reaction is, hey, she's a racist. She hates white people. She hates everything that has to go against white people. She hates. I know that's what people say. But is it that really? Is it? Or is she a performer? Is she acting? See, I know a little something. I know a little something about peoples. I am, after all, America's #1 societal profiler. What else could Miss Mack be up to? Well, we already know that when it comes to the NAACP, they don't really have the interest of the people of color at heart first, do they now? We found that out in the state of Virginia, the gubernatorial election. They chose a mighty whitey to get behind. And that's not just a white woman. That woman's Scotch tape. She's transparent. She's so white. Oh, they jumped behind her, didn't they? You see, they don't care what color you are, as long as the party bosses in the Democrat Party tell them which way they need to go. I don't know. If the white Democrat Party bosses on high told the NAACP that they needed to, I don't know, if it were something to benefit the Democrat Party, they told them, hey, you need to go out there and protest the protesters. You need to be on the side of Border Patrol. I'm thinking they would do it. But you see, what really gives it away that she doesn't care, in my opinion, about black people first, brown people first, is what I've said from the beginning of all of these hysterical protests about ICE enforcing the law. The Democrats from day one have been trying to drag black people into this protest. And the black people have said, for the most part, this is not our fight. In Chicago, they said, this not only is not our fight, you've turned your backs on us. You Democrats, you African-American leaders in the Democrat Party, you've turned your back on us. White Democrats, African-American Democrats, all Democrats have turned your back on us. You have chosen the brown constituents again over us. After all we've done for you, after all we've done to support you, all these years, following you, voting for you, cheering for you, marching for you, Democrats. Yet this is the way you do us. So you see, as the NAACP joins into these protests against ICE, it seems like they're in favor of what the Democrat Party has done to the black community by choosing the brown community over them in cities like Chicago and everywhere else. So you see, she's not just out championing people of color over the white devil in the White House. No. She's out there trying to get the work done for the Democrat Party, especially the white Democrat bosses, to get their protests against Trump and the Republicans a little bit more fuel. Now, you can go back to, the history of the podcast on WBT.com or TJRitchie.com. You can go back to my first days, 6 months ago or whatever it was. And that's one of the first things I said. I said black people are getting, they're getting hip to what the Democrats have been up to all this time, and that they're selling them out. And that the Democrat Party is trying their very best to get black people involved to stand up against ICE and fight against ICE. And I've said every time, I hope that black people don't fall for that Democrat trickery again. So they haven't. So what do? They call upon the NAACP to get out there and rally the troops for them, just like they call on the NAACP to go support the white woman against the black candidate in Virginia. So I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I mean, you know, she's out there being performative and doing her little monologue and her performance, but she needs better writers, I think. Because just standing up there and calling the little man in the White House Hitler, I mean, we've seen that play over and over. I mean, that movie's been done to death. Nice try, though, lady. Nice try. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. That's it for tonight. The basketball is coming on next. Mark Levin, I guess he won't be on. Basketball is. God loves you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. See you Monday.
More of the TJ Ritchie Show is coming up.